Pseudocyst of pancreas. It is localized collection of sequestered pancreatic fluid UID, usually 3 weeks after an attack of acute pancreatitis. It can occur after trauma and recurrent chronic pancreatitis. Collection usually occurs in the lesser sac in relation to stomach, but can occur in relation with duodenum, jejunum, colon, splenic hilum. About 50% of acute pancreatitis leads to pseudocyst formation, but among the 20 to 40% will resolve spontaneously. Sites of pseudocyst. Lesser sac, commonest, i.e. between colon and stomach in relation to duodenum, jejunum, colon, splenic hilum. Types. Depending on whether it communicates with pancreatic duct or not, it is classified as 1. Communicating pseudocyst. 2. Non-communicating pseudocyst. It can be acute pseudocyst or chronic pseudocyst. Degedio classification of pseudocyst O type 1, after an attack of acute pancreatitis. Normal duct anatomy, no fistula, communication. O type 2, after an attack of acute on chronic pancreatitis. Abnormal duct anatomy without stricture, 50% chances of fistula. O type 3, after an attack of chronic pancreatitis, abnormal anatomy with stricture, always communicating. It appears like retention cyst. Initially cyst wall is thin, unformed, but later it gets fibrous and thickened, formed, matured. It is lined by fibrin layer but no endothelium, hence called as pseudocyst. It contains typically brownish fluid UID with sludge-like necrotic material. It can get infected to form infected pseudocyst or pancreatic abscess. Amylase level in the cyst fluid UID is very high, greater than 5000 units per milliliter. Note: it is not a true cyst as there is no epithelial lining. Clinical features: swelling in the epigastric region which is hemispherical, smooth, soft, not moving with respiration, not mobile, upper. Margin is diffuse but lower margin well defined, resonant or impaired resonant on percussion, with transmitted pulsation confirmed by knee-elbow position. If it is infected, it will be tender mass and patient will be toxic with fever and chills. Because stomach is stretched towards the abdominal wall, Riley's tube past will be felt per abdominally, bad test. Differential diagnosis: aortic aneurysm, retroperitoneal cyst or tumor, cystadenocarcinoma of pancreas. Cyst of the liver, mesenteric cyst, hydatid cyst. Investigations: US abdomen, commonly done procedure, US reveals the size and thickness of the pseudocyst. Size less than 6 cm indicates that one can wait for spontaneous resolution. Endosonography, EUS, is very useful. CT scan is ideal and study of choice. It is 2 times more sensitive than US. It demonstrates size, shape, number, wall thickness, contents, pancreatic duct size, and extent of necrosis in pancreas, calcify cation and atrophy in chronic pancreatitis, regional vessels, pseudoaneurysm, splenic, portal vein thrombosis. MRCP delineates the ductal anatomy and its abnormality. ERCP can be done to find out the communication. Barium meal, lateral view, shows wide end vertebrogastric angle with displaced stomach, not usually done now. OLFT, serum amylase. Indications for surgery, intervention. Size more than 6 cm formed pseudocyst, infected pseudocyst, cyst persisting after 6 weeks, progressive cyst, multiple cysts, cyst due to trauma, communicating cysts, cyst with severe pain, thick wall pseudocyst. Surgery or cystogastrostomy. At laparotomy, anterior wall and posterior wall of the stomach is opened. Brownish fluid UID is aspirated. The thick capsule of pseudocyst is opened. All fluid UID with necrotic material are sucked. Fluid should be sent for cytology, culture and sensitivity in amylase estimation. Cyst wall always should be biopsied. Cyst cavity should be washed with normal saline after breaking septae. Pseudocapsule is anastomosed to posterior wall of the stomach, juris operation. Note: Roux-en-Y cystojejunostomy is better with lesser recurrence rate than cystogastrostomy. Other procedures or cystoduodenostomy or cystojejunostomy is done in large cyst, recurrent cyst, or if infected. Cystogastrostomy with external drainage is done using Mallicott's catheter, Smith operation. B. Figs 14.13a and B. CT scan showing typical pseudocyst of pancreas. Endoscopic cystogastric stenting, OERCP, and transpapillary stenting and drainage in communicating pseudocyst. There is loss of exocrine and endocrine functions with progressive pancreatic fibrosis. Laparoscopic cystogastrostomy is becoming popular, effective and less invasive. OUS guided aspiration is useful in initial phases, or along with cystojejunostomy. Pancreaticojejunostomy should be done if there is ductal stricture and dilatation and communication with pseudocyst. Or distal pancreatectomy with pseudocyst removal if cyst is in distal part. Complications of pseudocyst. Rupture, 3%, into bowel or peritoneum infection, commonest, 20% bleeding from the splenic vessels, 7% cholangitis duodenal obstruction, portal, splenic vein thrombosis and segmental portal hypertension. Cholestasis due to CBD block. Pseudopancreatic cyst. It is a mass in epigastric region due to pancreatitis formed by bowel omentum, which clinically mimics a pseudocyst of pancreas. But fluid UID collection is absent. Note: small cyst can be drained through endoscopy, but debridement is not possible. Bleeding and cyst leakage are other problems. CT-guided percutaneous catheter placement is done in critically ill patients, infected pseudocyst, unfit patients, cyst in pelvis, mediastinum. Improper drainage, recurrence and fistula formation are the problems. External drainage is done when cyst is infected, hemorrhagic or ruptured. Problem with external drainage is formation of fistula, 20%. Therapy is decided based on thickness of the wall of pseudocyst, location of pseudocyst, contents of pseudocyst and ductal status.